doing today?
I'm having some problems with my roommate and her boyfriend.
Okay, well, what kind of problems are you having?
Well, our biggest problem right now is that he's just over all the time, and we live in a dorm room, so it's a small confined space, and I don't have any more privacy, and I don't have any alone time. I don't have any alone time with her because he's always over. And then also we set down one rule and they broke it. It's so frustrating. I just want
Well, I can see where that would be frustrating because you're in a small space, and especially if you had that agreement. Do you feel a little betrayed because she broke the agreement with you?
Definitely. I work really early on Wednesday mornings, and I had asked her if she could just, Tuesday nights I have to go to bed right as soon as I get home. I have to go right to bed. I asked if he could not be in the room because they can't be quiet. And it's easier if she's just there because she can plug into her music and then I don't hear her, and it's just easier for me to fall asleep because I'm not used to falling asleep so early. And so she had said yes, they could stay away from each other Tuesday night. It's only one night a week. It's not that bad. And then she waited one night till I was asleep and had him come over later, and then they woke me up and kept me up for a couple hours. And I only have a chance of getting 6 hours of sleep on Tuesday nights to get up so early. So they cut my lack of sleep down to like no sleep. It's really frustrating, like you said. You're so right.
Well, I think what I'm hearing is that it's starting to compile more stress in your life because it's taking away some of the things that you need to be successful in work and school, right? Like your sleep?
Definitely. I want, and just privacy, not even sleep, just having some time to sit in my room on my futon and just stretch out, or, just watch what I want to watch, not what they want to watch.
So, your frustration, is there a little mistrust in there for your roommate along with that, or?
Yes, well, because we only had the one rule about them coming over, and she broke it. She couldn't stick to the one rule, and then even if it's not even just the one night, he's over all the time. They've been dating for like 3 months, and I can count the number of times he has not been in my room at night on one hand. It's been four. Every night, he's always over, and it's just like, I want you out of my room. You're not my boyfriend. You don't need to be in my life so much. And he's got a 4-bedroom house. Why can't they stay over there? Like, leave my little box of dorm alone. Go away.
So are you feeling frustrated with your friend and her boyfriend? Can you elaborate your feelings towards the boyfriend a little more?
Well, he was in on the agreement of not coming over on Tuesday night, and he had said that he just forgot about it. And it hasn't happened since, but he's still over there a lot. I haven't had a chance to talk to him about being over so much, so he doesn't know that I'm getting so frustrated. I haven't talked to my roommate really about it either, because I've been kind of just, holding it in, just been like, whatever, I'll just deal with it. It's her room too, right? She pays for it, but he doesn't. Why does he get to stay?
Yeah, I can see where that would be hard. So what have you tried to do to help this problem?
Well, right now my biggest thing is to just leave, really. I do try and get away sometimes and just not come home. If I can avoid coming home till I really need to get in bed, spending the night other places so that I'm not in the room, but that's super hard too because of my schedule. I have to lug all this stuff with me to spend the night at somebody's house. And it's my room. I should be able to sleep in my room.
I can see where that would be a little overwhelming and you kind of just want to avoid the frustrating situation. Have you tried to communicate with your roommate or her boyfriend at all?
No, I did communicate about the Tuesday night thing, and I brought it up, I think it was the next day, just super late in the day, and I brought up the fact that we did have this agreement that he would not be over on Tuesday nights. We actually ended up discussing it and changing the rule a little bit. We're coming to a compromise that he could be over on Tuesday nights, but if he was loud, woke me up, there would be no more coming over on Tuesday night. It was a one shot or nothing. This was your last chance. And if he was being loud and keeping me up, he was going to have to leave even if it was at 3 in the morning, because it's my room, I pay for it, he doesn't, and I need to get my sleep. It's the one night a week that I ask for. So we did come to kind of compromise and talk about that, but I haven't had a chance yet, really. Well, I've had chances, I just don't want to talk to them really about and being over so much and how frustrating it is to have him always over, and not even just always over, but having to see them like just intertwined in each other every night on the futon. Like wake up and I can't even sit on my own futon to put my socks on in the morning because they're on it. Like it's my futon.
Well, I think it's definitely great that you're willing to, talk it through and compromise a little bit and, make it a little more pleasant for both sides. Have you thought about maybe talking to someone else at all?
Well, that's why I did come in today.
Okay.
I wanted to just have an outside observer, somebody who could be completely objective, maybe give me some ideas on how to bring it up to her. My roommate and I are both psychology majors, and we do really understand the let's talk it out like adults, come to a decision as adults. I'll say my piece, you say your piece, then we'll talk together, and just talking it through. And we're really, we're quite good at it, but because we're so close, we know exactly what buttons to hit to hurt each other the most. And she knows exactly the names to call me or the things to say to me to make me cry, whereas other people, they can't, they just don't know. And because we're so close, we have that ability to hurt each other so much. And something as touchy as this, I can see it going very bad very quickly and us just getting into a big fight, and then she'll go to his house, and then I'll go to a friend's house, and we just won't talk anymore for a while. And I don't think we'd hold a grudge for long, but I don't want it to come to that either. So I wanted to come in and talk to somebody about it, and maybe some ideas to get around that.
Okay, well, do you think that there's any tools or anything that you can use to kind of calm you both down in the situation when you're talking about it and, keep things at a calm level?
Well, last year one thing that helped with me and my old roommate, we got in fights all the time, and we would do the same thing. We'd yell and scream and cat fight the whole time, and one thing that really helped was bringing in a third party, somebody who's objective, isn't going to take sides, doesn't care if you're right and she's wrong. It's, an objective observer, somebody who can, talk us through it. Kind of like, well, I guess an RA would work.
That would be a great idea, I think. And if you feel comfortable with your RA and your roommate does, I think that could definitely be beneficial for both of you to just kind of sit and talk things through and have someone there to support both of you, I think would be a good thing. Definitely. So what do you think, if you were to sit down and talk to your roommate and her boyfriend, what would you want the ideal outcome to be after you had the discussion? And if the discussion went smoothly enough, what would you want the general outcome to be?
Well, I really don't know. I'd like to say that he's not in our room all the time, but Melanie's very attached, and she likes being with him all the time, which I don't understand. She doesn't like being away from him at all. And so she likes being with him all the time. So having him not over on weeknights is improbable, because she can't be with him on weeknights if he's not at our place, because she can't go to his place and then get back to school. He lives just a bit too far away to walk back to campus, and well, still too far away to bike even. So during the weeknights, he's pretty much got to stay at our dorm if he wants to be with her. But I would like to see them at his place on the weekends. And maybe, that's still not splitting it half and half, but it's, at least it's 3 nights a week I know they're not in my bed. They're not in my room, 3 nights a week I can just be me and have me time, or just have girls' night, and that's another thing. He's always in on girls' night. He won't leave our girls' night alone either, so it's girls and boyfriend night.
Well, yeah, that could be a little frustrating. I can see that. So, what do you think you could make a goal for yourself, maybe? And what do you think that goal would be? And it can be anything small, or just helping you with the discussion and everything inside. What would that be? What would that look like for you?
Well, I think just really talking to her and getting over that fear of what's going to happen and just doing it already. Because holding it in is just making me more mad, and it's waiting for me to blow up, and that's when I'm going to blow up and say all the hurtful things, and that's going to automatically make it a fight. And just, breathe and think about it and just go in and just talk to her. Because that's all I really can do is communicate with her. She doesn't know how I'm feeling if I don't say anything.
Well, I think that's a great goal. Is there a specific time that you think you could say, well, let's sit down and talk and really make this goal really reachable and really concrete?
I suppose I could try and make time this weekend before her cousin's coming to visit for family weekend. So I could try and sit down with her between when I get off work at 4 and when her cousin shows up at 9. It gives us a nice, 5-hour span to talk and fight if we need to.
Well, I think that'd be a great idea for you two to sit and talk. And as our session is kind of coming to an end, how do you feel like this has gone for you? Do you feel like you've gotten to get some things off your chest and get a little bit of help?
Absolutely. It's nice just to have somebody to talk to because, like I said, I have been holding this in and not telling anybody really about it, and I feel like I can't talk to her about it. And just to have somebody to kind of rant a little about it.
Well, I'd like to invite you back if you would like to come back next week, so we can definitely schedule an appointment for that if you'd like.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.